As many of you guys know, I became a dad recently, and it turns out being a father is incredibly time-consuming. Between Theo and Paul Jr., I just don't have time for anything else. Daddy, I need assistance completing my tax return. If you don't get that joke, our baby is so big that the doctors are concerned about us co-sleeping in case he rolls over and squashes me. Since Theo was born, I've been desperately trying to find the time to take up my flooring so I could lay down speaker cable for a surround sound system. But thanks to Sonos, I no longer have to. Sonos have just sent me a super easy to set up wireless surround sound system, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I think, the first person in the entirety of the UK to actually get to hear it. You'll have to forgive the following noises.
How cool is that?
Wow. Awesome!
No, what? Hello. How on earth? Oh. That's a nice sound. What? Okay.
Thanks to Sonos for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Sonos Arc Ultra, their Sub 4 and 2 Era 300 speakers. The Sonos Arc Ultra has all new acoustic architecture and is a total rework of the original Arc, with 2 extra mid-speakers, a brand new configuration, and a brand new dedicated sound motion woofer. For this new sound motion woofer, I can't make a big enough deal about it. The amount of bass that comes out of this tiny little space is outrageous.
Actual goosebumps. Look, actual goosebumps. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. Actual goosebumps. So I've turned the bass off as well as the rear speakers to just get an idea of what the soundbar sounds like on its own, and I've put Jurassic Park on, and you can hear the rain coming from above. But the most incredible thing is, if you just up the bass a little bit in the app, it really is mind-blowingly good. It is so powerful. I have never heard anything like this in such a small form factor. I'm running out of superlatives. It's nuts. It's mental.
And the reason for this is because they have entirely redesigned what a subwoofer in a soundbar looks like. Instead of having a motor pushing a speaker backwards and forwards from behind, they've got multiple motors either side of the speaker to give the speaker all the depth it needs to be able to move, to get air moving to give you that bass. That's how bass speakers work. You can't normally get that kind of bass out of something so slim because the motor takes up some of that space behind the actual woofer. And it's this discovery that led to this noise. To put this into perspective, this new driver provides twice the amount of bass of the previous Sonos Arc. You can get all the way as low as 50 Hz out of the soundbar, but if you really want the extra deep bass, you can go as low as 25 Hz with the Sub 4, and the Sub 4 is delicious all by itself. That sounds really weird. I haven't tried to eat it.
Look at that. Gorgeous. I've just realised how thin it is. Look how thin that is. That's kind of I can put that anywhere.
The Arc Ultra features 9.1.4 Dolby Atmos surround sound, up-firing drivers to give you height channels, which, let's face it, is insane anyway in a soundbar, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, Ethernet, AirPlay 2, Spotify Connect, and eARC via its single HDMI eARC port. Voice assistants include both Amazon Alexa and Sonos' own Hey Sonos, and the Amazon Alexa response time and its ability to hear me over very loud music is actually better than my Amazon Echo.
Alexa,
play songs by Green Day.
This is Green Day from Paul's Spotify.
So quick! Alexa, stop. That's really good. That was really impressive. What? That was Green Day. I don't have the licensing rights to Green Day. Do I need to apologise to Billy Joe? It is past September. He is awake. That's fine. He famously loves that joke. Here to unbox it for us is Paul from the past. Paul from the past, have you forgiven me for sleeping with your wife yet?
No, mate.
And I'm about to lick every door handle in the street. Is that why I taste like this? Well, he's got me there. I might be a little bit excited about this. Just a little bit. How cool is that? How cool is that? Oh my god. Oh, just lifts off. Just like that. Oh. What on earth? It's meaty and beautiful. Look at that. Let's get started. HDMI cable. Power adapter. I think that's it. Is that it? I think it's all of the things. That's all of the things. That's it. It's a soundbar. Thanks, Paul from the past. One to beam down. After you've plugged the speakers in, the app will immediately find them and you'll say that's amazing in a really weird voice.
That's amazing.
After that, you'll click a button in the app and then click a button on the product, which will make a really nice sound.
Oh, that's a good noise.
Filled with endorphins, you'll then enter your Wi-Fi information. And no, this is not my Wi-Fi information. Before anyone in the comments tells me, oh my god, you put your Wi-Fi information on camera! What do you think is going to happen? Hackers don't come and drive outside your house and then sit there going, I'm in. Do they?
Automatically, as soon as I added the extra Era 300, it automatically asked me if I wanted to do the surround sound thing, which of course I do. How wonderful. Why, yes, I would.
So Trueplay, if you're not familiar with it, is Sonos's auto-tuning software, and it basically listens to your environment by bouncing sounds off your walls and then adjusts the speakers accordingly, and it's insanely clever. You basically turn your phone upside down so the mic is facing the ceiling, and if you've not gotten overly excited by this point, and you've actually watched the instructional video, then you'll walk around the room hoisting the phone gently up and down whilst some tones play. If you did, however, get overly excited, then you'll just read the words, move your arm up and down, and you'll wander around thrusting about like you're in a marching band. Don't do this.
That already sounds awesome.
So when Sonos first told me that their Sonos Arc Ultra was a 9.1.4 Dolby Atmos surround sound system in a tube, I was kind of like, oh cool. But in my head I was like, you see, it's kind of a bonkers claim, but as I've already discussed, because they've got this sound motion driver in the middle, which is doing this pulse pounding bass, and you've got the up-firing speakers as well, it really is actually a 9.1.4 surround sound system, and it's highly effective all by itself. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Era 300 speakers being behind me, and why I think personally you probably do want them if you want true cinema surround sound, but without them, even when they're not there, you do actually get something from the back. Let's talk about that now.
So the final thing I wanted to test was if I turn the surrounds off. So if I just turn the Era 300s off behind me, do I get anything like the same level of experience? So what I will say is, of course, there is a little coming from behind me because it's able to project off the back of the room, but it's not the same thing, obviously. But what I will say is, I've never heard a soundbar or anything like this. If you were in the market for a soundbar and couldn't budget for the sub and the rear speakers, this would be it. This would be the soundbar. If you're looking for home cinema sound in a tiny kind of little package, because I mean, the sub is tiny, considering the amount of bass that's boofing out of that thing. The soundbar is a soundbar, so I'm not having to stick extra speakers up around. And the rear speakers, they don't require speaker cable. I can just plug them into power sockets, and as long as they've got power, you've got a full surround sound system.
Thank you, Paul, from the not too distant past. I'm now Paul from the present. I've lived with it for a few days, and it wouldn't be a Paul Hibbert video if I didn't address an elephant in the room. There isn't one, really. I mean, this is a premium product with a premium price tag. And I want to tell you what I would tell my friends and family, like I do every video. If my family asks next week, would you buy it? Should I buy it? The answer is yes. If you're in the market for a full-blown surround sound system, can't lay the cables, but want something that is truly a premium experience in a very, very small form factor, the answer is absolutely 100% yes. Would I personally buy all three of these things? And the answer again is yes. It is expensive. If you are looking for something that is premium, it's going to cost a premium price tag, and this, without a shadow of a doubt, is the best soundbar on the market right now. As usual, there are links in the description as to where you can pick these things up. In the meantime, these people are the reason I still do YouTube. They're my patrons from Patreon. And without them, I would still be working in a call center. If you want to be like those guys, or in fact Graham Russell, who I'm thanking personally this week, simply for being awesome, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I would genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks, my X, my Threads, my Instagrams, my TikToks. Come and hang out there, I can be your best friends. See you next time.